Let me get situated. Good evening, everybody. It's me, just the little Mandy. I saw she's still sick. So, here again. Last night was the new moon in Cancer. And it's so this is the last new moon that I can relate back to the new moon in Sagittarius in December. This is that last new moon that can actually relate back to that. So since December, I don't know. I think it was mentioned in a previous video, but it seems like every moon I'm dealing with something in this relationship that I was in an old it's an old relationship. So it's funny that this is the last one I can correlate back to that one, because in December I had we're just jumping straight on into this. So in December, I had mentioned to so the new moon in December was kind of starting to let go of things and create a new chapter in life, basically, because a lot of things to the planet had happened in December. Pluto was finally transitioning after 30 years. So and just that, so December was let's start a new life. So I had mentioned to the guy that I was dating, I don't think this is working, I don't see a future, we should probably just move on, and kind of leave the kids out of it, and it was before Christmas I had said that. I don't remember what day the new, but it just so happened to be okay, well, this is the new moon, and it just so happened to be like that. And then in January, the beginning of January, that had happened. I wish I looked to see when the new moon was, but in the beginning of January, something happened, and I was this is not what I want. We still need to talk about it. This is not what I wanted to be a part of. I did not believe that this had happened. And then it seemed every month on the new moon, it was just a new thing. And then finally, the last new moon, it was okay, now we are being released. And then there was a little, not a little, there was no conversation until the last week or so. And then just on Friday, something was said. I was okay, dude, I'm done. You royally pissed me off at this point. So I'm completely done. And it was so funny that this keeps happening on a new moon. Whoever doesn't believe that the moon cycles have anything to do with the way we live our life, I can literally tell you, there's gonna be a new moon just based on how my life is going. And it always seems the full moons, not necessarily I used to worship the full moon, and that's when I was starting to really understand the phases. But now I understand them a little bit more, and the new moon is where it's at. I do cleanse my crystals and things on the full moon, and I'll set a moon water out. And I was setting moon water out. I really never used it, so now I kind of just use it to water my plants and stuff, and they're doing great. So I have a water bottle that has glass and it has crystals on the bottom. I'll sometimes set out on the new moon, the full moon. You can set it out under any moon, but I'll set it out on the full moon, and I'll kind of write an affirmation or something like that that's correlating to whatever sign the moon is in. But there's so much worship around the full moon, and that's kind of where I started. But the new moon is new beginnings. It's so great, and it's ending with things, and it's really wonderful. I really enjoy the new moon. So that's my little spiel for the day. I actually like playing cards today, so I really don't have I don't really have anything to ask. I finished summer school on the 22nd. Gosh, to get ready because we're gonna party hard on the 24th. And then I start like full-blown school in August for the CNA program. And I'll be moving hopefully before then. It's gonna be a wild couple of weeks, but there's hard tea animals coming up. So maybe we'll just do like a general reading for 3 cards. Elaborate on how they resonate with me. So I really started getting into tarot and things like that when I was pregnant. I was going through a lot of things with my daughter's father, and there was Tatiana Tarot that was like uploading every week, like the weekly forecast and how it resonates. Like she would do a pull for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like she'll do a pull for those days, and I really enjoyed that. That's where I got into it, and then years and years ago, I just randomly bought like the rider decks, and I would do like a little bit of tarot. Maybe listen to some. I just knew that it fascinated me. Like just everything in here fascinated me. Crystals. And I'm really lucky to have like someone who's like, oh yeah. Like Sasha's really into it. But like my family is just like, oh, she's our little, sorry, I get like little crinkles in my neck. Our little flower child. Like I've been like, my whole life has always been like, queer daughter. Like things. This one bent in my head, so I'm gonna use this one. The golden children, the inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. I'm gonna have to like look at this one. I don't really know. Can't really see. I love the artwork. I'm gonna have to read this one because I don't know off the top of my head without reading how it would resonate with me. Let's see. Lately, I have never gotten this one before. I know that there's different spreads. I'm definitely no professional. I have no idea. There's not like an index, but I could find like, okay, let's move on this page. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Golden Children, 70. Probably because I was talking to how I was a flower child and I was looking at one. Probably saying I'm a golden child. Also, I am whispering because my house is asleep. It's 10 o'clock at night. Okay. Golden children, children of the sun, are highly advanced, extremely intelligent souls who are incarnating and increasing the planet Earth. They have little or no personal karma and possess incredible gifts and intuitive abilities. Golden children are born with very clear mission. Many remember from a young age and begin to answering, sharing early in life. Due to their unique intelligence, they may find themselves easily bored in school Most have never incarnated on earth before, or so. If they did, if they're not supported in the right ways, they struggle with physical life here. They often refer to as the new humans. If you pull this card, it may be a sign that you were being called to mother, father, or nurture a child. You may be called to tend to your own inner child, and a creative project, or a new beginning, to treat yourself or the new beginning with sweet, tender love, to nurture, nourish it, to give it a chance to grow and reach adulthood, to encourage it, to water it, and to see the world through an innocence of a child, to see yourself and all the others as innocent children, to remember that deep down everyone is trying their best, and if they're treated with a tender heart, they will not harden, as so the journey is through this great adventure called life. Okay, so with that being said, it totally does resonate with me. Like, I am a mother. I do try to treat my daughter a little bit more tender, because I know that I have like a lot of childhood issues, and I've kind of been talking about them a little bit more with my mom, and how I was raised and what's happening in my current life. That like I wish that things would have been done differently for me, and like it's harder for me to do this with my daughter because it's so second nature for me. And like the example was like when I was little, like my grandparents were just like, like if I was learning something new and I didn't really get it, like I was like, oh, I'll just do it for you. And then so like a lot of things were just done for me. So now in school, like it's really hard for me to like understand and grasp things like some like not like simple things, but like kind of like I'm really having to I don't know, like an example of it would be like study habits and things like that, like and like understanding like things that I probably should have learned when I was younger. Like I'm like learning now at my like 35 or 36 soon. Like I'm like learning how to do this, and so I was like telling my mom that, and I noticed with my daughter that I'm like, oh, I'll just give you the answer because like I know it. And so I was telling my mom like not helping her is like second nature to like I guess not second nature because I'm second nature, like I can do it. Helping her is second nature to me. Like I'm like, oh, I'll just do it for you. But like I really have to like stop and make a conscious effort to let her fail and to like kind of let her like figure it out on her own. Like I really have to try with that. So I also noticed like I kind of want to talk to her a little bit more and explain things of like why this is happening or like why this is doing that, and like want her to express herself and like how what she wears, and I kind of want her to be really independent. So my daughter is a Libra sun, a Virgo moon, and an Aquarius rising. So like I'm really like you can see her little Aquarian in her, and like it's really comes out with like she really expresses herself in her clothing and things like that. Like she's 3, like so what else is she gonna do? This is her artwork up here, but she was little. That was my birthday last year. She was 2. So her artwork has become more monotone. Like she's really everything is the same color these days. But so I do let her express herself, and I think by doing that, like going back and like how I've lived my life and like what I've noticed and things like that. And like talking at it now, it's really helping resolve a lot of issues from when I was little, and especially being like a single mom. I was raised by a single mom who lived with her parents, so and I currently live with mine. So like talking things out and kind of like living through it, like now I understand like why things that happened when I was little. Like I really get it now, and so I'm really kind of like leading myself with like this really caring heart, and that way I can heal myself. Because I noticed in my relationships that I really needed to heal my past in order to make like things better in my current relationship. So this card, the Golden Children, I think it's funny that I had also gotten it like when I was talking about how I was like a weird child, and how it said like you're the new humans. I feel like me and Sashi and like our married friend, like we have like this really, really deep soul connection. But I never like before them and like their connection, like I never felt like I've always believed in reincarnation, but I always wondered like what was my past karma? Like what is it? And I've always kind of wondered about it. But I don't know if I was really ever here before, but like I've also never had a connection with people like I do them, like ever. And like I have this weird urge for like a true, pure love. And I don't have any planets in the 11th house, so that's not my purpose. This in this life is having like a house or family. Like I was told by like a tarot reading when I was younger that I wouldn't have any children. That was like something I really desired. But like I really do want like this. I know like a movie's only like an hour and 30 minutes, but I really want like that love, like that ever ending like type of love. So I don't know. I've always wondered about my past life and if I even had one, but then like I don't understand how I would have like such this soul connection with my friends, because like it feels like we were in a past life together. Like it's so weird. Like sometimes I'm like, I wonder if I did, and then there's something where I'm like, oh, I definitely did. I keep looking over into my phone because it keeps going off. I just want to make sure that like the kids are having a sleepover tonight, so I just want to make sure that I'm not needed. So that's why I'm looking over. Let's see. And so there was someone that would do like personal readings for me once a week, and she was great. She would do like a 3-card spread, and it would be like mind, heart, and soul, I believe. And that was just like she would always hit home. She was like, you let this person go. Like your heart is singing. This one kind of you're not for everyone. It's so weird, like it's probably because I'm putting any energy in there. Embrace your weirdness and face your true north. I am the weirdest one of my family. I love that. This is the card, and the card is beautiful. It's like it looks like she's on Jupiter or Saturn. Like it kind of looks like this is definitely the planet, and these look like rings. And she's just on the edge. I like this storm right here. Kind of reminds me of Jupiter. I don't know if Saturn has storms like that. I don't know, but it's gorgeous. I am definitely not for everyone. I am special person. Okay, we'll pull one more, and then I think I'm gonna call it a night. Maybe I still have some homework to do. Get a coffee around 8. Oh my gosh. We'll get a snack. Let's see. Energy. Yeah. That's okay. Water your garden. Nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. So just reading the description on here, I have been feeling like a foot lately. Like I always tend to overwork myself and always put myself last. Always. And I really wanted to stop doing that. It's just hard. I'm getting better. Like, the house that we were moving into needs a lot of work. So I've been doing a lot of home stuff, but I've recently stepped back because it was becoming too much for me, and I was getting really too invested on things that I can't control and things that like I'm just renting, so it's not even my house. It's like a family house. So I've had to step back and be like, nope, there's nothing to do with me. It's not my decision. It's not my home. Blah blah blah. Like whatever happens, happens. Like so. I do need to water my garden, and by doing that, I am going hard in 2 weeks with my girlfriends because I'm like, I just need adult time, like kid-free time, like please. I used to be like before my daughter, probably 5, 6 years ago, maybe, probably not that long, but I was going to the gym 6, 7 days a week. I really loved it. That was my outlet. And I was really getting back into it when COVID hit. And I remember like when I was still going to the gym and like when COVID was like a thing and it was a thing. Oh my God. When it was starting. And like I didn't think anything of it. I was still going to the gym and I was like, well, it's not really affecting healthy people. I'm like, I'm going to the gym and I was like, no, like it's being found in gyms and things like that. Like you can get it anywhere. I never got it. And like I was getting really big into a routine, and then like COVID hit. And then everything shut down for those 2 weeks. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just stop going to the gym for 2 weeks and then I'll just go back. And then like I started working out here, and then who knows what the heck happened between then. But so it was like time. I really want to start getting back into like working out and things like that. I worked out through my whole entire pregnancy, like squatted and all that stuff with my daughter inside of me. And then like when she was born, like I just and like doing it like so from the hospital. I was a single mom, so like it's not like I had like the nighttime part with anybody to share with. I didn't, so I was really exhausted, and then I felt like I went back to work super quick. And kind of since then, and once I started getting really back into it, like consistently, it's not an excuse. But I really need to. I definitely need to start, and I need to do better at resting. I probably shouldn't have coffee. Well, then it is what it is. I really need to. Like I have a week and a half left of class, and I have lots of stuff that I need to do for this class. So it is what it is. I'm kind of doing my best, but I think like so I have been going to school straight for probably the last year and a half, maybe 2 years. Like I'm talking fall, spring. Like you've only kind of like the longest break I got was kind of like winter break. But then that's during Christmas, and then I would start back up. I don't know. There's like that winter intersession where like there's really no classes that you can take. So I kind of skipped that one, but I would like winter spring, summer, winter, spring, summer, like for 2 years straight. Like I've been one determined little girl. And during spring, I took 2 classes, and I feel like that broke my brain, like big time. So there's that. I think my brain was just broken. That when I start the CNA program in the fall, I was thinking of adding another class to that. I don't think so. I think I just need to rest and do that, and that's it. So, yeah, these cards definitely relate to me. But I wish you guys all the best. It's all good over here. And Sasha might be back with us, but not next week, the week after. She definitely needs rest. Like, this is her body saying, stop. It's time to rest. So, I'll see you guys later. I hope you guys have a great night. There's no holidays. Enjoy your night. Bye.